Alrighty, time now is 5:08 on this Tuesday morning. Checking in with Alex now, and we do have a weather impact alert. Of course, nothing to be scared of. We just want folks to kind of keep a couple things in mind as they head out for travel this Thanksgiving season.
Yes, the main reason for this weather impact alert is because today and tomorrow are some of the busiest travel days of the year. So, of course, folks going to be traveling at different times of the day. This is an overnight risk, so many of you, if you don't have plans to be on the roads, are just going to sleep through most of this. You may be awoken by a couple rumbles of thunder off in the distance, but we're really just looking at the potential for a strong or maybe even a severe storm or two. It's going to be in isolated areas, not going to be a widespread severe weather risk. So what you need to do is stay updated with the weather team and adjust your travel plans accordingly. You definitely need to drive slower if you do encounter some of that heavy rain, and try to pull under some covering if you are out on the roads and you do encounter a stray thunderstorm or two within this main line. So 59 degrees as we kickstart your Tuesday morning. Mostly cloudy skies over downtown Macon are the reason for some of these warmer temperature values. Upper 50s, some mid 50s down to the southeast, but mainly around 60, 61 or 62 degrees as you walk outside. None of that chilly weather whatsoever as you walk outside, and you are continuing to feel a little bit of the humidity. Dew point temperatures in the mid to upper 50s that are going to get an increase as we go throughout today. Satellite and radar picture, widespread cloud cover, and we do see a couple of isolated light showers back over closer to the Georgia-Alabama state line. We do have the potential for some sprinkles throughout the rest of the early morning hours, but as we transition into the afternoon, it looks like we get clearing in this cloud cover, and that's going to allow for a warm up, kind of prime the atmosphere for this line coming through later on tonight into tomorrow morning. But already scattered showers and even a couple of storms up in North Georgia, back over to the west in Alabama. So if your travel plans later this afternoon do take you to the west, up to the north, that's something that you're going to want to be cautious of as the main line does continue to organize as we go into around 10 p.m. Starts to move into central Georgia a little bit later, closer to the midnight hour. But take a look at what happens to this line as it continues to progress down to the south and the southeast. It starts to break apart because it's coming through during that overnight time period. Temperatures are going to be cooler than say they would around 2, 3, and 4 o'clock with high temperatures near the 80-degree mark. And then after we get to around 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, it's going to be smooth sailing from there. Steady breeze for the rest of your Wednesday, and Turkey Day itself is looking absolutely crystal clear. So we do have a welcome trade-off getting this active weather out of the picture just in time for any Thanksgiving plans that you do have. And you do see on this day one storm outlook, there is a greater risk of some stronger weather back over to the west. As this line does continue farther to the east, it does steadily weaken, and eventually areas of south and southeast central Georgia are not included in a severe weather risk whatsoever. But it's mainly something you want to be cognizant of if you have travel plans today into the early morning hours tomorrow, say heading up to the airport around 4 a.m. to catch a morning time flight. Then after that, the cool down begins, and we'll be in the 50s for highs and lows down in the 30s and upper 20s as we roll into the weekend.